Welcome back, friends. So after understanding the statistical part of data science, now let's go ahead and look at the programming part of it. So what are the important programming languages that you require to build machine learning models and basically to do your data analysis or to execute your data science projects? Throughout the world, there are two major programming languages at this point of time are being used. What are they? One is R. R is called as a statistical programming language, and one more is called as Python, right? So basically, R is used by core data scientists, as in people who do an industry level research or probably researchers. They use R programming. And then many machine learning models which are expected to go into production, people use Python. So Python can be used in many domains, right? So Python can be used in server side, Python can be used to build games, Python can be used to, what do you say, build machine learning models. Python also can be used in, let's say, creating websites, etc, etc, etc. One of the applications of Python is used in data science to help us in building machine learning models. We have different packages and libraries. So how to download the package and how to use these packages, we will see in the other series when we start about programming and all. But now you need to understand there are some packages and libraries. What is this package? I'll give you a very simple example. All of you, I am sure, know what is Google Play, right? So there will be something called as Google Play in all of your phone. If someone is using an iPhone, you'll have an app store. Now, let's say for example, if you want to send a message, which app will you download from your store? You will either download a WhatsApp or either you will download a Telegram. Yeah. So for one purpose, you downloaded a particular application. Let's say you want to book a cab. There are some specified applications for that as well. Let's say, for example, you want to order food. There are some applications for that as well. Similarly, in R and Python, apart from normal coding, you also have something called as packages and libraries. If you look at R, it is called as a package. These three things: tidyverse, markdown, shiny, etc, etc. I will give you a small list now. And in Python, if you can look at it, you have Scikit-Learn, you have TensorFlow, etc, etc. Now, I'll tell you some of the important packages that are there in R programming as well as Python programming, and why do we need to use them. So those things we will have a small discussion about it. I told you R is a statistical programming language. It is used to by researchers because it is more like a stats based language. So it is used by people who are more into stats and all that. So let me come back to Python. So Python is used for deployment, etc, etc. Now let me go ahead and then write down some library names in R and also in Python so that you will be able to understand the basic libraries you may have to know. In R, I have something called as dplyr, I have something called as tidyr, I have something called as reshape2, I have something called as ggplot2. All these things will be a part of something called as tidyverse. You can see here when you install something called as tidyverse, you'll get all these things. They will come under something called as data exploration. Apart from that, you can also use something called as TS, which is used for time series. You can also use something called as shiny. So to create visualizations and web apps, you can see here, this is something. R markdown is for reporting. So similarly, you will have one component for one purpose. Right, so for data exploration you will have some components. For doing machine learning you will have some packages. For doing your what do you say, visualization, you will have some packages in R. So in R programming they're called as packages. In Python, we call them as libraries. So what are the major libraries that I have in Python? So let me make a list. If you have heard about it, the first thing that you have is something called as Numpy. Numpy. Numpy is first. Second thing that you have is something called as pandas. So Numpy and pandas are basically data exploration, right? So analyzing the data, transforming the data. So use Numpy and pandas. Then you have something called as a matplotlib. Matplotlib. This is for visualization, right? So this is for visualization, right? Excuse my handwriting. So this is for visualization. Then you have another important machine learning module called as Scikit-Learn. I have not mentioned a package for machine learning because that we will talk about it in the later stage. I don't want you to get confused. Here you have a single package which is called as Scikit-Learn. So this can help you to build machine learning models in your Python. So you have NumPy and Pandas for exploration, Scikit-Learn for machine learning, Matplotlib, Seaborn, and Plotly. All of them are there for visualization. So these are the basic packages. Apart from this, you also have several packages for doing other things also, which you can go ahead and then check it out from the documentation. If it comes to R, you need to remember something called as CRAN. CRAN is called as Comprehensive R Archive Network. This is like the Play Store of your R programming. You will download all these packages from CRAN only, right? So all these packages can be downloaded from CRAN. For NumPy, you can download it from something called as a Anaconda distribution. So which is a what do you say? It's a suite. So you can install all these things from here, or you can also do something called as a pip install. So how to install these libraries and packages, I will tell you. The takeaway from this particular slide is basically, if you want to run machine learning algorithms, you need to know programming language because you can talk to a computer by using a programming language. Highly used programming languages in the world for data science are R and Python. In R, the main packages I told you for exploration, reporting, and your machine learning. In Python also, I told you the important libraries. So what is a package and a library? In technical terms, right? I'll make it a little simple and I'll also include some kind of technical things into this. What exactly is a package or a library? It is a set of pre-compiled code. Remember this properly. Package and libraries are set of pre-compiled codes, plus they will have data sets, plus they will also have some functions which a user can use without writing a full function. So the three components of your package and library are predefined functions, precompiled codes, and data sets. So these three things you can download it and install it from CRAN or some other place if it's Python. So that is how you take your programming language, install a package or a library, and then build machine learning models. Right? So this is all that I have for this particular slide about programming. And then next slide, we will talk about visualization. Right? So in this visualization, I will not spend more time because both Tableau and Power BI are highly capable of showing you the outputs. So whatever output that you get from your data science model or some kind of a machine learning tool, if you want to create, let's say for example, a dashboard. Let's say this is my sales dashboard for 2020, 2021, 2022, or you want to give me a pie chart, right? So, or you want to give me a forecast. Let's say for example, I have my thing like this and I'm expecting a sales to go up like this. So basically, to build dashboards and communicates the result of your machine learning model, you use either Power BI or Tableau. So Power BI is basically from Microsoft and Tableau is from a company called as Tableau itself, right? So Power BI versus Tableau. So both of them are equally competent. Both of them can be used to build dashboards. Both of them are very easy to learn, and this can be a very good starting point if you are planning to enter the data science domain, right? So start learning a visualization tool, which can be a very good starting point to enter this domain, right? So having said this, let's go ahead and then look at the next component, which is deployment, in our next slide, and then we will try to conclude. Thank you.